Good morning. Good morning. It's Sunday morning coffee talk. Coffee talk. Good morning. So I'm sort of changing my plan today as I had something happen. I just want to put out a trigger warning alert here that if mental health issues is something that triggers you or you're sensitive to, this is not a video for you to watch. Just skip this one and practice being generous in whatever way you want. So I just want to put that out there. Okay. So I had something happen yesterday. I was a witness to a tragedy, and it is really sitting on my heart today. And so I wanted to bring up our challenge in mental health issues. I'm sure you know people who are struggling. There are so many people struggling right now during COVID and during these last 2 years, struggling with mental health, suicide ideation, addiction, abusive relationships, all the things, right? There's a lot of pain in our world. And so when we think about generosity, we've actually been thinking about, giving more than what is necessary, right? Generous means giving plenty, more than you need to, more than is expected. So today I thought what we could do is we could use our generous spirit and give more to people who are suffering in our world. So the first, and again, it might be you. It might be you that's suffering. And if that's the case, then this is for you. We're going to do this for you. Okay. You're not alone. You're not alone. So what we're talking about here is we've talked about generosity being in our wealth. We talked about that a couple days ago, giving your money, no matter how much money you have, giving something so that you can get that energy flowing. We've talked about, work, getting our hands in there and really doing something, shoveling someone's yard, grabbing some groceries when you go to Target, like all the things you could do. And today we're going to talk about just maybe wisdom or maybe work. You decide how it works for you. So when we think about those that are struggling with mental health issues or depression or feelings of loneliness or worthlessness, we can, listen. And so I'm encouraging you today to think about people you know, and I'm sure you know people in your life who are struggling. They could be the most cheery, they could be the most smiling, they could be the most helpful people, right? Um, it they don't walk around maybe necessarily putting it on there, but you can feel in the way that they describe their lives that they're trapped, they're isolated, they feel unworthy, they feel like a burden to others, they feel helpless or hopeless. They're not showing up for work in the same way or home life in the same way. They're not eating right. You know, they're they're just not healthy emotionally, physically, mentally. And so if you know someone like that, then that's who I'm talking about today. We can lean into them and ask, how are you? I see you. I'm just checking on you. And we can just listen instead of fixing or changing or judging, or you shouldn't feel that way. You're so amazing and don't do that. And we want to be really just truly listening. So we could use our work, the work idea of really opening up our ears and listening to them where they are without being shocked or judging them or anything like that, but just truly opening up the doors. So that they feel like that they can be seen and heard, and then checking on them regularly. One of the most helpful things I've learned in the years I've been working here in this work is that, keep checking on me is a beautiful response when you're struggling. It's someone says, how you doing? And your only response is just keep checking on me, please. Just keep checking on me. And that's really a very helpful thing to do, is keep checking. Like I see you, I'm thinking about you, I'm noticing you, and you could keep checking on them. The second thing that you could do is you could actually use your knowledge, your wisdom, and do some research for them, some resources if they're struggling with addiction, places that they maybe could go. If it's suicidal, you could call the hotline 1-800-273-8255. Again, 1-800-273-8255, and give them those resources. And if you yourself know that they're suicidal, you could call that hotline and get, what can I do for them? How can I help them? And really be using, your wisdom to be able to bring them the resources that maybe they don't have the energy mentally or physically to find on their own. So that's this is going to be a very short challenge today. I know it's a deep and heavy one, but we can't deny that there is so much pain out there. There are so many people struggling, and again, it might be you. But the beautiful thing about this generosity challenge, or just generosity in general, is that, do you know there are so many people around the world right now that sit every day or every week in massive groups who just pray for the health and vitality of humanity? So they're praying and meditating on your happiness and your health as well. So even if just around you, you don't see people supporting you, there are people loving you who have never met you, all the time, like praying and meditating for you. So you are part of the light that people are sending out all around the world, all times of day. So you're not alone. You're not alone. So that's what we're going to do. And we're going to end today with a meditation that is, I find, very helpful. We're going to do it 3 times. The first time we're going to do it for you, for ourselves. The second time we're going to do it for the someone specific that we know is struggling. It may be someone you know. It may be someone that you've heard of. That's struggling. So that would be number 2. And then the third was, we'll do it for all. Okay. And remember, the beauty also of generosity is it's not just helping the person that you're giving these abundant, these loving actions to, wisdom, wealth, or work, but you yourself feel really connected. And one of the things, when a person's struggling, one of the best ways to get out of it, and I've found this to be true for myself, but also for many people, is just get in service. Like, just get out of yourself as best you can and go help someone else. It makes you feel connected. It makes your actual hormones feel loving, and not as dark. So service and being generous is a beautiful way to actually elevate your own feelings, as well as providing someone else that connection as well. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to end with a meditation here. So let's sit up nice and tall. Gently close your eyes, please. Both feet on the floor. And again, we'll do it 3 rounds. I'll say it, and then you'll maybe repeat it out loud, or maybe just in your head, but really using that imagination in your mind to really see the person you're talking to. And sometimes it's us. Okay. All right, here we go. May I be happy. May I be peaceful. May I be free from harm. Now think of the person you know who is struggling. And again, maybe it's you. We see you. May he or she be happy. May they be peaceful. May they be free from harm. May we all be happy. May we all be peaceful. May we all be free from harm. Maybe even taking your hands to your heart, feeling what it feels like to be generous and loving, accepting help today, or accepting support today, or accepting guidance today, or accepting a deep breath today, or a walk in nature today, or maybe giving it, being a really good, deep listener to those you know who are struggling, reaching out, checking in, continue to check in, checking in, checking in, checking in. without trying to fix or change or judge, just being there as a listener, or perhaps, using your wisdom and knowledge and doing some resources, looking up some 800 numbers, some links, and sending it that way. So remember, generosity is not just giving, but it's giving more than what is expected. Why? Because it benefits the recipient, but it also benefits the giver. Okay. All right. I wish you a happy Sunday. And perhaps today you'll find time to just sit in gratitude for where you are, for all that you have, right? All that you have right now. Sit in gratitude. Why? Because it feels really amazing. All right. I see you, and much love to you all.